Hello guys, this is Mara. Welcome to my cooking channel. Quick reminder, you'll be able to find the recipe in the video description box. Let's get started. For this recipe, I am using tilapia fish, but you can also try it with snapper or any sea trout fish available to you. It is important to rinse it with cold water and make sure no bones are sticking out. Please notice this side is a little thicker than this other side, which will require for us to cut them differently. But let's start by separating both sides. We'll cut the thin side first. Slice the tilapia into long strips and then into small cubes. Make sure they'll have the same size and thickness. Place them in a big bowl where we're going to be mixing everything together later. Let's do the thick side now. We will slice it in half. And now that we have two thin parts, we will cut them in the way we previously cut the other side. Long strips, turn it, and then cut into cubes. Don't worry if the middle of your fish is stained like this. This is pretty normal, and it will go away once you combine it with the lime juice. Repeat the process with all the fillets and place them in the bowl. Next step is to cut the onions. I am using red onion because of the flavor and color of it. I'm having a little trouble with mine. Cut the ends, clean the cutting board, and then slice the onion in long strips too. If you know how to chef cut your onions, please do it that way. This is how we Latinas cut our onions. If you think we're done, we're not. We're going to mince the onion into little pieces. Make sure you tightly hold your knife with your prominent hand and use your other hand as support. Once the onion has this shape or is this small, we will add it to the tilapia. Next step is to squeeze some green lemons or limes. Please do not look at the obvious tag I left in the lime. Just remember you're here to learn how to make ceviche. Squeeze all the juice, and if you're having as much trouble squeezing the limes as I was, you will probably have to use 10 of them. The juice will be in charge of cooking the fish. Through this process, it will be safe for us to eat it raw. I will show you exactly where you need to cover your fish with juice in case you're having troubles with your limes, so it is delicious. Mix it and let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, we will bring some heat to the room. Bring in the jalapeños. Slice up your jalapeños first in half, and then we will remove the seeds. See, what did I tell you about 10 limes in the making of this tilapia? Oh my god. Use a spoon to remove the seeds. Or if you want to use them, then go ahead and do it. They are actually not that spicy. Slice the jalapeños in long strips and then cut them into little cubes. Mince the jalapeno until you can't see it anymore. I am using only half of the jalapeno, but please add as much as you want. And then cut the tomatoes. First cut them in half, and then in a second half, until you have 4 wedges. You understand what I'm saying. Let's remove those seeds. I promise you I have nothing against seeds, but in this case, in this ceviche, they will make the ceviche very liquid, and they will also give a very tomato flavor that we don't want in our ceviche. Even though we're adding tomato, that's not what we want. Remove the end and then cut it into small pieces, into cubes to be precise. Cut the cilantro in half. Use both the stems and the leaves and cut it very small. Then add it to the tomato. If you love cilantro, you're loving this moment so much right now. It smells delicious. I don't know what happens if you hate cilantro. Let's build this thing together now. It's been more than 15 minutes, so our fish is safe to consume. Add the mixture of tomatoes, jalapenos, and cilantro to the tilapia, all at once. The next ingredient might shock you, but it's okay. It's just a teaspoon of sugar, just to balance the acidic flavor from the lime juice and tomatoes. Add just a pinch of black pepper and salt to taste. And mix until you know everything is well combined. Taste it, and if you want to add a little more of sugar, just remember this is your recipe and you can add or remove as much or as little as you want. Mine was missing some black pepper and salt, and that's why I added a little more. Mix it and then bring to refrigeration for about 30 minutes before you're gonna eat it. This will allow all the flavors to concentrate and be extremely delicious.